this video, I'm gonna give you 6 tips to increase your wedding invitation invoices. We all want more money and higher invoices, so let's dive in. Hi, I'm Laney. I'm a wedding invitation designer. I love to teach designers how to run more profitable businesses, which of course, a big part of that is increasing your invoice numbers. I have a whole course called Power in Pricing. It's gonna help you increase your prices most likely, but also get more confident in your pricing, price things out faster, price things out more accurately, and just know where all of your pricing is coming from. So I hope you'll check it out. I'll link it in the description of this video. Today, I'm just gonna give you 6 quick tips on how to increase your invoices. I would say number 6 is gonna be the most powerful and covers so many things, so I hope you'll stick around. All right, number 1 is getting to your clients earlier in the process. If you're constantly getting to people when they're booking day of stuff, how can you get to them a little earlier so they can order invitations too, or even save the dates? Getting to them earlier in the process allows you to just book them for more services and thus increase your invoice, of course, without having to attract more clients and increase your client load. It's also just gonna be good from a scheduling perspective if you have the same clients booking a lot of things, if that's something you want. If you only wanna use day of stuff, if you only wanna do save the dates, whatever it is, then that's okay with you, but still getting to them earlier in the process is gonna allow them more time and less stress on your process overall. Number 2 is packaging your upgrades. So if you want every single suite to include vintage stamps, calligraphy, velvet ribbon, etc., then you can kind of package those things together. And then when a client says, oh, how much would it be to remove the ribbon? If it's not that much less overall, then they're probably going to just kind of say, oh, okay, that's fine, just add it on. Packaging that up helps create that kind of illusion that they need to get all of these things to work with you. I think it's a little tricky. It's not the end of the world by any means, and I prefer to itemize. Personally, we talk a lot about that in the bigger course, but it's not a bad way if you want all of your clients to use a lot of upgrades. That's not something that I want with my clients, but a lot of stationers really do want that. And so packaging them together is a great way to just encourage people to keep all of those upgrades on the invoice. Number 3 is just not letting the little things go. I think some of this comes down to boundaries and emotions and keeping emotions out of it. So if they do have 35 pieces and they only ordered 32, making sure you're charging for those extra 3, or if they do have a little bit of a late fee, making sure you're charging for those things. If they do change the color and your pricing increases, making sure you add those things to the invoice so that you're not just kind of losing out on those little small things every now and again. A big thing is charging for extras. So don't say, oh shoot, I forgot to include, the 10 extras that I need to order for this letterpress suite, so I'm just gonna cover that. If that was your mistake from the beginning, you can't really go back and say, hey, now I have to charge you more than I said I was gonna charge you. But when they do kind of creep over the scope a little bit, it's tempting to let those things go. And I'd encourage you not to, because that's just gonna encourage them to keep creeping. Number 4 is making sure they have enough extra. I find that a lot of clients don't understand they do need to order extra, so I always make sure to include that at the very beginning of my process, that, hey, this includes at least like 6, 7 extras, kind of my magic number that I always recommend. If their quantity is over like 120, 150, I definitely will recommend at least 10 extra. Number 5 is licensing things that you have already done. So if you've done a dog portrait for them, just kind of giving them that idea of, hey, do you want this also on some of your day of stuff? I can license it to you for this much. You've already done that work and you can go ahead and license that to them. Or if you have products that you already create for day of, you can always recommend those things as well and use some of the work that you've already done to make that really worthwhile. Number 6 is the one that I think is just the most powerful and is going to cover so many different things, which is predicting what your client is going to want. This is really powerful because clients will come to you with an idea of what they want, but they don't know what all the possibilities are. So if you can say to them like, oh, do you want pillows with your dog's face on it at the wedding? They're probably gonna say yes because they love that. And then you can make money off of work you've already done. Again, number 5. So predicting those things and being able to show them, ask them, hey, have you already sent out save the dates? We also can do a matching save the date to this suite. Hey, have you already done your day of stuff? Because we also have matching table numbers, menus, etc. Have you ever thought about how you're gonna tie these invitations together? Because I'd love to add a ribbon and then we should probably close it with a wax seal because that fits with your vibe so well. If you can predict, if you can get in their brain as far as the type of product and type of style that they are interested in, you can start predicting those things that they're going to want before they even think to ask for them. This is great for thank you notes. One really cool idea that I used to do and don't do so much anymore is when you're designing invitations, go ahead and throw a couple day of pieces that are easy for you on that mock-up so they can see, and then say, hey, I already went ahead and designed this menu. Isn't that a cute way for us to reallocate some of this design work that we've done for the day of pieces? And then the client may not have even thought of booking you for menus and things. And that's just going to show them, oh, now I need to book her for all of my day of stuff. What else you got? And then you can say, hey, table numbers, escort cards, etc. So just showing some of those things and potentially investing a little bit of time to design something really cool is going to get the client excited about things that they didn't even know that they should be excited about yet. So I really think this power of prediction is the difference between someone who's just like order taking what they want and someone who's able to like fully brand the entire event. I mean, if you look at some of these designers like Margaret from Do Tell Designs, she is doing like Capri Sun holders that are branded. She's doing dance floors. There's so many people out there who are doing these really luxurious, huge events that have 47 different items just for the same wedding. So if you're looking at your invoice and you're like, oh, I'm doing like 5 standard things, how can you take that and predict which of those things are going to be exciting for the client and which of those things is the client not going to be able to say no to? I'm of course not saying to trick your client, but there's this magic in being able to understand the type of wedding that they want and the vibes that they're willing to pay a little bit more for, or that they didn't even think they wanted or thought they'd order from someone else. And by really understanding their values and their vision for the wedding, you can take some of that money they were going to allocate and reallocate it to your invoice, thus making it larger. All right, so you'll notice that none of these things involve tricking your clients, being scammy in any way. Of course, we never want to do that, but there are some ways that you can really show your expertise and stick to your boundaries in order to help your invoices be a little bit larger, because I think all of those things are going to add up over time. And really that number 6 of predicting what they're going to want and making money off of things that you may already have designed or may not be that much more difficult for you to add on is going to just be really profitable for your business. Let me know if you try out any of these tricks for increasing your wedding invitation invoices. And if you want to dive deeper on how we structure our invoices, how we package things, how we charge for a design fee, how we talk about money with our clients, etc., then definitely check out Power in Pricing, which I'm going to link in the description of this video. Thanks, everyone.